ready, Paul?
Thank you. Hi, Chris. What was your assessment of that today?
Yeah, better side won. I don't think there was a lot in it first half, but we looked tired in minds and bodies second half, made some poor decisions, gave the ball away cheaply, allowed them to build momentum. Really poor second goal from our point of view. We have it at the top of the pitch, give it away about 3 times, missed time tackle and an obvious finish of high class and quality by Che, and then we're chasing, we're having a go, but leaving ourselves wide open, and obviously Aaron's kept the scoreline down.
Any complaints at all with the penalty?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. Not really had a chance to look back at it, but in real time, it looked a penalty. I think it's a fabulous ball, a great run, and a bit of quality that we've not shown enough of this season. Maybe if it's, no disrespect, when a couple of players there play out of position in it today, that is a new position for them, that maybe got caught up a little bit, but it's still a great ball, and pace that got him behind, and Ethan's committed and made a challenge, and obviously the referees give the decision.
Just a final one for me. How do you assess the chances at this stage of the season now, with 10 games to go? The chances of staying up. Does any part of you still believe that it can be done?
I just go into next game, Paul, to try and get a result in the next game, mate.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Nay.
This was the biggest disappointment from your point of view, that you were presented with an opportunity today, having won in midweek, to come off the bottom, build a bit of momentum, and then you go and produce that sort of sloppy performance, which you didn't show on Wednesday night, and you showed everything that you needed to show today.
Yeah, well put. Exactly my thoughts. What I've talked to the players about, I thought it was a great opportunity. I even thought first half there was nothing in the first half. We had to find a bit of energy from somewhere, a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of quality, but we couldn't find it. The quality from us second half was extremely poor. Made some really poor decisions. Gave the ball away cheaply. And they sat in. Obviously got the second goal through 3 or 4 mistakes by us, and then countered on us, which all good teams will do. And Aaron has made a couple of saves, but it just looked a game too far for us, Nathan. I'm looking at it now and maybe thinking that I could have made some changes, but unfortunately I can't. There weren't many options for me to make changes, so. We had to go with what we had, but there seemed to be a lot of tired bodies and tired minds out there, especially second half.
Can I just ask about Ender Stevens, Chris? He's not showing much signs of improvement this season, and he's really struggling. Is he someone that maybe Ben Osborne has a look in the next few games, or is he still very much in your mindset for the rest of the season?
Well, we'll look at every position. I don't think it's just Ender. I think, the majority of players have produced poor performances through the season. I think they're an honest group, and if you had them one-to-one, how would they assess their season? How would, all the players assess their season? And I think if you talk about successful seasons, they're all looking at 7, 8s and 9s. And I thought you're thinking, if you're looking at this sort of season, I think you're talking 4, 5s and 6s. I think that Player of the Year award at the end of the season is not going to be contested by about 6, 7 or 8 of them. And I'm not being flippant about that, but I think that is it. Who played well, today from our point of view. What players stood out, what players took the opportunity. There wasn't many, and you could say, as I said, it's the intensity of division, which I've always said. When you play Sunday, don't have a lot of the ball against Liverpool, down to 10 men on Wednesday night for half an hour, and then another tough Premier League fixture, even though people will not think it. I don't get that. I don't get it when obviously Ralph also is talking about his team and having to improve his team, and I think that's something that is a difficult one for us at the moment. We have to have our best players out there. There can't be that many changes. We have to have our other best players playing at the top of the form, and this certainly. I thought John Fleck was decent today, but performances from other players, 2 other midfield players were chalk and cheese. I thought Didgy was excellent in midweek, and he was off it today. There was others that were okay to good midweek, or have been that were off it today as well. So you're scratching around for performances, and you're looking at sort of 4s and 5s generously. You're not going to win any game of football, and like I said, it's a difficult watch for me today. Second half, Nathan. I don't think there was much in the game first half, but second half there was, and the correct result happened.
I know you're not one for excuses, Chris, but while we look at this as 3 games in a week, all at home, and a great opportunity, but in truth, with what you've got team selection-wise, was that too much? 3 games in 6 days, not even 7 days, was it? It was 3 games in 6 days. Was that too much? 1 game too many?
Well, you hope it's not, but I think you look back and we'll assess it, and you think that would be the case. There's a temptation to maybe change it around at the top of the pitch, and maybe I've made that wrong decision, because you're thinking, did he score a goal and he's played well? So does he go again? And Rian did okay in midweek. Only played 60 minutes, and but there ain't much option out there, mate. And if I'm honest, at the moment, and I've said about the young kids aren't ready to go onto that pitch in that environment. They're getting experience of being round pros, but they're just a little bit short, and the answer isn't to stick them in. That isn't the answer, because if it was, I would.
Thanks, Chris. Take care, mate. All the best. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
On to Mondays. Anything? No, Mondays, Shieldsy.